Good evening. We'll be starting in a minute or so. We are waiting for more people to join. So we will pick up from yesterday's session. We had covered theory of relative speed. When people go in same direction, we add. When people go in same direction, we subtract the speed of faster minus slower. When people go in opposite directions, we add their speeds. Also, we covered theory when trains are involved or object with finite length are involved. Train crossing a bridge, train crossing a platform, and we solved several questions. Some of those important ones were the last 4 or 5 questions, where there is a bird traveling between trains, there is a dog traveling on a slope. Try those questions whenever you have some time. Today, we'll first solve 10-12 questions based upon relative speed and trains, and then we will start with the theory of races, linear races and circular races. So I'll just start with the question here. You have close to 2 to 3 minutes. Try and answer these questions. This question has 3 parts. Start. At any point you feel you're not able to solve, you want me to start, comment. So observe how the information is framed. A, B, and C stay in the same flat. One day, early morning, 7 a.m., A left the room for a long ride at a speed of 60 kmph. B woke up at 9 a.m., read the note left by about the trip, and decided to meet him. He immediately left the flat at a speed of 90 kmph. Sometime later, C also woke up at 11:30, read the same note, and immediately left the flat to catch up with A and B, and managed to meet both at the same time. Answer the following questions based on the above information. What is the speed of C? At what time do they meet? How far from their flat are they meeting? So picturize this. One person is leaving that spot, let us call the spot X, at 7 a.m. The other person is leaving the same spot at 9 a.m. and the last person is leaving it at 11:30. The first person leaves at a speed of 60 kmph. Second one leaves at a speed of 90 kmph. Third one, we have no idea what his speed is. But there's a condition. See, C wants to catch up with both A and B and manage to meet both at the same time. See, nobody is stopping anywhere. So what we are gunning for here is, because A is the first person leaving, I want to know when B starts his bike or vehicle, how far is A? 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 2 hours. 2 hours being traveled or having traveled at a speed of 60 kmph. Where will A be? A will be 120 kilometers away from the starting point. Right now, B is starting his bike. The moment B catches somewhere here, the moment B catches with A, C also arrives at the same spot. So if I could find out where is this happening, how far is this happening, I can answer for C as well. So now you see, right now it is 9 a.m. It is right now 9 a.m. This is location of A, this is location of B. How much distance B must overtake? B must overtake 120 kilometers. B has to overtake 120 kilometers. Here, the speed of A is 60, speed of B is 90. In same direction, we subtract their speeds. How much time will it take for B to overtake? See, 120 is equal to 30 into time. It will take them 4 hours for the overtake. So if it happens in 4 hours, A is traveling for 4 hours, B is traveling for 4 hours. You can answer from any person side. So 60 into 4. From here, it is 240 kilometers. So how far is it from X? It is 360 kilometers from X. At what time do they meet? From 9 a.m. If you count 4 hours, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 3 hours plus 1. So it happens at 1 p.m. The overtake happens at 1 p.m. So two questions we have answered. One, at what time does the overtake happen? 4 hours. It happens 4 hours after 9. That is 1 p.m. How far does it happen from their flat? Their flat is at X. So 120 this distance, 240 this distance, 360 kilometers from there. What is the next question? What is the speed of C? Can I say from 11:30 to 1, how many hours have we calculated? 1.5 hours. In 1.5 hours, 1.5 can be written as 3 by 2. In 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours, with the speed of C, we need to travel 360 kilometers. Because 11:30 C wakes up and decides I want to catch A and B. And C catches them at the same moment. C catches them at the both of them at the same time. That means the moment A and B meet, C also meets them. So from 11:30 to 1.5 hours, C has to travel 360 kilometers. So speed of C is 240 kilometers per hour. So C is living very dangerously. C is traveling at 240 kilometers per hour. So an example to cover basics of relative speed, we have first done what? We have first managed to find out where does the overtake happen. We got the value of time, we got the value of distance, and from that we found out the speed of C. This is application of relative speed. Confirmation on this? Confirmation on this? If you have any doubt, comment which part, I'll repeat. Solution लिखना है step by step. Moving on. Give it a try. The distance between A and B is 72 kilometers. Two men started walking from A and B at the same time towards each other. The person who started from A traveled uniformly with the average speed of 4 kmph, while the other man traveled at varying speeds as follows. In the first hour, his speed was 2 kmph. In second hour, his speed was 2.5 kmph. In third hour, it was 3 kmph, and so on. When or where will they meet? You're looking at a past CAT question, a very old CAT question. They will meet in 7 hours. They will meet in 10 hours. They will meet at 35-kilometer point. They will meet at the midpoint of AB. So go on, try. Calculation लगेगा. This question will require some calculation. If you can form equations, go ahead with it. If not, basic plus minus से भी answer आ जाएगा. Try. Take 2 minutes. Let us break this down. What are the names of the locations A and B? The distance between the 2 points, 72 kilometers. There are two people. Let us call those people X and Y. The person starting from A travels at a speed of 4 kmph. The person who starts from B probably is a mathematician or likes maths. In the first hour, the speed is 2. Second hour, the speed is 2.5. Third hour, the speed is 3. Fourth hour, the speed is 3.5, and so on. The question is, where will, see, the person is traveling in this direction. I've written their speeds on the right side, not the arrow. They're traveling towards each other. When will they meet, or where will they meet? Where will they meet, or when will they meet? So if you are good with something called as arithmetic progression, I will say solve it through that. But अगर AP नहीं आता हमें, let us go with options. In 7 hours, where will this person be? This person would have traveled 28 kilometers in 7 hours. How much will this person have traveled? So let me write down 7 numbers: 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. These are 4 hours. This is speed of 1 hour. The person will travel 2 kilometers in 1 hour, 2.5 kilometers in next hour, 3 kilometers in next hour. 4, 4.5. ये हो गया आपके 6 घंटे. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 hours. और ये आ गया आपका 7 hours. So how much has this person traveled? In average, I also have trained you. The middle value is average. When the numbers have same gap, middle value is the average. So 3.5 into 7. इतना travel कर लिया इसने. This is 5 carried over 3, 24.5 kilometers he has traveled. Is the addition of 28 and 24 equal to 72? No. So the answer cannot be 7 hours. They cannot meet in 7 hours. What if 10 hours? Let me calculate this for you. 4 का speed से 10 hours means कितना travel हो गया? How much has he traveled? 40 kilometers he has traveled. These are 7 numbers right now. 7 numbers, 7 hours. मेरे को 10 चाहिए, so I need 3 more numbers. 5.5, 6 and 6.5. अभी देखो, there are many ways to add these. देखो, what is the addition of first and last? 8.5. Addition of second and second last? 8.5. Third and third last? 8.5. तो हमेशा 8.5 8.5 बनता जा रहा है दो दो का पेयर में. तो टोटल कितना होगा? सो 8.5 into 5. 5 पेयर बनेगा ना. There are 10 numbers. दो दो का पेयर, 5 पेयर. That is 42.5. This person has traveled 40 kilometers and this person has traveled 42.5 kilometers. तो do you observe, दोनों ने मिलके 72 क्रॉस कर लिया ना. They have crossed 72 kilometers. तो ये आंसर भी नहीं हो सकता. Question is, when will they meet or where will they meet? Will they meet at 35th kilometer? Now if you calculate 35 kilometers from here, जो A का टाइम है, because A का speed is 4, time is not an integer, तो ये calculate करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. So right now I cannot verify this. क्यों? 35 is not a multiple of 4. तो डेसिमल में आवर्स आएगा, डेसिमल में आवर्स आएगा, तो राइट साइड की वैल्यू हम वेरीफाई नहीं कर पाएंगे. बट इफ दे मीट एट द मिड पॉइंट, I can verify this. If they meet at a midpoint, so midpoint is how many kilometers? 36 kilometers. So how many hours will be taken by A? 36 upon 4. So 9 hours will be taken by A. तो अभी देखो, ये अभी स्क्रीन पे कितने नंबर्स हैं? 10 नंबर्स हैं. 9 आवर्स में कितने नंबर्स होंगे? 9 नंबर्स. तो ये हटा दो. तो नाउ आई वांट यू टू ऑब्जर्व, this is the journey done in 9 hours. What is the middle value of these numbers? This is the middle value of these numbers, 4. Middle value is the average. When the numbers are having equal gap, it is called AP. Middle value is the average. So what is 4 into 9? इनको आप मैन्युअली ऐड करोगे तो भी चलेगा. You will get the addition as 36. देखो मैं करके दिखाता हूँ. 2 plus 6, 8. 2.5 plus 5.5, 8. This also is 8. This also is 8. So 8 is available 4 times. 32. 32 plus 4, 36. So where will they meet? They will meet at the midpoint. How much time should you ideally take in the exam for this question? This will easily take 3 or more minutes. क्योंकि लास्ट ऑप्शन तक हमें जाना पड़ा वेरीफाई करने. इफ इट वाज रिटन इन द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, आपको 1 मिनट में आंसर आया था. सो इवन बाय करंट कैट स्टैंडर्ड ये कैट लेवल क्वेश्चन है. इफ यू नो फॉर्मूला फॉर एपी और जल्दी बन जाएगा. Take your time, observe one by one. We verified all options. Option A, option B, option C, we verified. Take your time. Comment done. Option D is the correct answer. They will meet at the midpoint. Good, very good. Try this. This is the problem with CAT. You will see when you start to solve, it is maybe a 3-step question or a 4-step question. But language भी 8 line का होता है. Arithmetic becomes difficult because of language. So try. Train X departs from station A at 11 a.m. for station B, which is 180 kilometers away. Another train Y departs from station B at 11 a.m. for station A. Train X travels at an average speed of 70 kilometers per hour and does not stop anywhere until it arrives at station B. So ये वाली ट्रेन नॉन स्टॉप है और आपको बोल रहा है कि ये नॉन स्टॉप है. It says, the question says the train is non-stop. मतलब अगली वाली स्टॉपेज वाली ट्रेन है. Train Y travels at average speed of 50 kmph but has to stop for 15 minutes at station C, which is 60 kilometers away from station B en route. En route means on the same line, on the same route to station A. Ignoring the length of the train, what is the distance to the nearest kilometer from station A to the point where the trains cross each other? Where will these trains cross each other? Take 2 minutes, take 3 minutes. First thing, draw that line. Draw that line A, B, and there is C somewhere. Then observe the distances. Then observe their speeds. There is a stoppage at point C. Keep track of these things and start solving. What is the distance from A to the nearest kilometer where these trains will cross each other? Take 2 to 3 minutes. Comment your answers. Let me try to solve this for you step by step through equations. I would let you solve equations, not a problem, but how to create equations. I can also solve it through options, which will be much faster, much better. But let us try equations for the time being and understand the complexity here. The locations are A and B, the originating station for train X and train Y. There is a location C or a station C on the way, which is 60 kilometers from B. Total distance being 180. There should be 120. There is a train X traveling at 70 km/h. There is a train Y traveling at 50 km/h. But there is a stoppage here. There is a 15-minute stoppage here. So what you need to understand is there are 3 to 4 possibilities. One possibility is the train Y has not even reached C and both trains have met. That means distance from A will be 120 plus in that case. The meeting happens on the right side of C. Another possibility is the train Y is here. It has stopped. It has stopped. For 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, we do not know. Train Y has stopped and X crosses it. In that case, it will be distance 120. Third case is train Y is crossing C. After stoppage, it is crossing C and then train X crosses it. Distance will be less than 120. There are 2 options less than 120. There is one option of 120. There is no option of 120 above. So I want to solve this for you. I want to know by the time this train comes to C, what is the time? So see, distance is 60 kilometers divided by 50, cancel. This is the amount of time taken for this train to arrive at C. I want to know in this much time, where is the other train? This is the value of time. Time taken by X or time taken by Y to come to C. If I multiply the time with the speed of this one, do you see this train has traveled 84 kilometers by the time Y comes to this place. So C के बाद में overtake तो नहीं होगा. What will happen? This train will stay there. It will stay there for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Can I write 15 minutes as 15 by 60 hours? 1 by 4 hour. How much will this train travel further? 0, 0 cancel. It is going to be decimals. That is okay. This is 2.5 into 7. This is 14 and this is 3.5. So 17.5 kilometers are traveled further. That means from A, the train has traveled. Let me change the color of the pen. The train has traveled 101.5 kilometers. 101.5 kilometers. That means ये train निकल चुकी है यहाँ से. This train has departed. Now, what is the gap between them? थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना अभी. What is the gap between this train X and this train Y? थोड़ा मैं लंबा कर देता हूँ. The distance between these trains is 120 minus 101 is 19 minus half. So 18.5 is the gap between them. इधर का train what speed? 70. इधर का train what speed? 50. So can I say because they are traveling in opposite direction? अभी देखो, I don't want time. I want the location. In opposite direction, they will take same time. They will take same time to meet. If the time is same, the distance depends upon ratio of their speeds. So here, this person will travel 7 parts and the other person will travel 5 parts. कितने parts हो गए? 7 out of 12 into 18.5. So how far from A do they meet? पहले कितना आगे आ चुकी है ये ट्रेन? 101.5. This is your exact answer. Use calculator and find this answer. 7 by 12 क्यों किया? 7 parts from X and 5 parts from Y. Total parts are 12. तो मुझे 18.5 को 12 parts में डिवाइड करना है and the left side train is traveling 7 out of those. और मुझे A से मेजर करना है. तो 101.5 plus 7 into 18.5 by 12. Use a calculator. Tell me the exact answer and then we will convert that into a nearest integer. Let me also try. I found my calculator. 101.5 plus 7 into 18.5 divided by 12. तो ये आ गया 112.29. So 112 is the exact answer. तो ये आपने फुल प्रूफ सॉल्व किया. You have solved it thoroughly and completely. You have not assumed anything from outside. क्या क्या steps involved थे? What steps did we apply here? First we found out y कितनी देर में पहुंचेगा at C. That is 60 upon 50. 6 upon 5 hours. 6 upon 5 hours. कितना चलेगा x into 70? 84 kilometers. तो y आ चुका है C पे and x has traveled 84 kilometers. तो C तक तो नहीं पहुंचा. फिर how many minutes is the stoppage? 15 मिनट का, 15 minutes, which is 1 by 4 hours. 1 by 4 into 70, 17.5 kilometers. 84 के बाद और 17.5. So by the time y starts the train, x has traveled 101.5. अब कितना गैप बच गया उनके बीच में? 18.5. उसको 7 by 5 में ब्रेक कर दो. Why 7 by 5? When the equal amount of time is given to people, their distances are proportional to their speeds. इधर से 7 यूनिट चलेंगे तो उधर से 5 यूनिट्स चलेंगे. Confirmation on this? Others confirm. I've got one confirmation. Others also confirm. कैट में बहुत कॉमन ऐसे क्वेश्चंस. Very good. Try. Take your time. Start. A very fundamental question based upon relative speeds. Take 2 minutes. Himanshu, Saral and Vikas start running from same point in same direction along a straight line at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. with the speeds of 2 kilometers per hour, 3 kilometers per hour, 4 kilometers per hour, respectively. When Saral catches Himanshu, he sends Himanshu back along the straight line immediately to deliver a message to Vikas. At what time would Himanshu meet Vikas? What are the steps involved? पहले तो ये पता करना, when will Saral meet Himanshu first? When Saral meets Himanshu, क्या विकास का जर्नी शुरू हो चुका है? If yes, where is Vikas? And then Vikas is going rightwards and Himanshu is going back to meet the other person. So distance upon relative speed is the time. First thing you need to find out is when will Saral catch up Himanshu? From there you can find out Vikas kidhar hai at that moment of time, and from there you can find out how much time will it take for Himanshu and Vikas to meet. The concept of relative speed works only when they are moving at the same time. So here Himanshu starts traveling at 7 a.m. with a speed of 2. जिसका नाम पहले उसका speed पहले. Then Saral starts at 8 a.m. with a speed of 3. So let me start with 8 a.m. The time right now is 8 a.m. So Himanshu has been traveling for 1 hour. 1 hour with the speed of 2. तो 2 kilometer आगे होगा Himanshu. This is Saral. Saral has a speed of 3. Himanshu has a speed of 2. So अब when will Saral catch up with Himanshu? What is the distance between them? 2 kilometers. What is the relative speed? 3 minus 2. How much time will it take? What is the concept? Distance relative is equal to speed relative into time. Saral is catching up Himanshu. In how many hours? In 2 hours. अब अगर 2 hours हैं तो हिमांशु रुकेगा थोड़ी. हिमांशु will keep on traveling. In 2 hours, Himanshu would have traveled 4 kilometers. So here Himanshu and Saral meet. Now what is 2 hours after 8 a.m.? It's 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. as soon as Saral Himanshu meet, विकास का गाड़ी चालू हो गया. विकास travels at what speed? 4 kmph. अभी Himanshu is returning. Himanshu is returning back at what speed? At 2 kmph. So how much time will they take to meet? अभी देखो, what is the gap between them? The gap between them is 6 kilometers. A very easy question. The gap between them is 6 kilometers. 6 kilometers they need to complete. What is their combined speed? Opposite direction speeds are added. 6 kilometers with a combined speed of 6. How much time will it take? It will take 1 hour. So beta, after 10 o'clock, when will they meet? 11 o'clock. That was the question. You first find out pehla meeting kab hua, Himanshu and Saral. How far is that? That will give you the time value. That will give you distance value also. Then you apply the common sense and find out when will the other two meet? Opposite direction speeds are added. They'll meet in 1 hour after 10 a.m. Confirmation on this? Good, very good. A very simple question. Very simple question. Let us add more level. Try. P and Q are 100 kilometers apart. A starts running from P towards Q at 10 kmph. B starts running from Q exactly at the same time in same direction as that of A at 20 kmph. After an hour, B changes his speed, turns back. B turns back and changes his speed to 10 kmph. After another hour, B turns back and changes speed to 20 kmph. He keeps on changing his speed and direction in this manner till the time he meets A. After how much time will A and B meet for the first time? Meet for the first time. So I'm not sure कि यहाँ पे P और Q का कोई relation है यहाँ पे. B starts from Q. B starts from Q. Sure, try. Take your time. Try. They will meet in 30 hours, 18 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. Solve. Take 3 minutes. Solve. So this question presents something new. For the first time, you are seeing people are changing their direction of travel, and also they are changing their speeds. Before this, we have not seen such kind of language or example. So let us plot it first. What is the gap between P and Q? The gap is 100 kilometers. Where is person A? A is at P. And what speed will A travel? 10 kmph. Where is B? B is at Q. Now B travels in a different manner. Speed of 10, speed of 20, speed of 10, speed of 20. Listen to this. B starts from Q exactly the same time in the same direction as A. At what? At 20 kmph. Now, how can direction be same? If the direction is same, B is running away. B is running away. B is going to the right side at 20 kmph. After an hour, he turns back and travels at the speed of 10. So please observe. If I go hour by hour, please observe. What I'm curious about is कि इनके बीच का gap क्या है and how much time have I given them to travel. If I give them 1 hour, देखो ध्यान से देखो, this person will travel what? This person will travel 20 kilometers to the right side, and this person will travel 10 kilometers. देखो, if I don't look at this 10, from P, this becomes 120 kilometers. And if I count this 10, so the gap becomes 110. जब जब B will go to the right side, whenever B will go to the right side, please listen, the gap will increase by 10. Now in the second hour, अभी अभी कितना गैप है उनके बीच? 110. B is traveling 10 kilometers to the side of A, and A is traveling 10 kilometers to the right side. तो 20 kilometers कम हो गया, distance becomes 90. ध्यान से सुनना. Whenever they are approaching to each other, the distance will decrease by 20. Whenever they are going in same direction, distance increases by 20. क्यों? B is traveling 20 kilometers, A is traveling 10 kilometers. तो A कम चल रहा है. The gap will actually increase. So in the third hour, the gap will again increase by 10. तो ये 100 हो जाएगा. In the fourth hour, please observe, in the fourth hour, what will the gap become? The gap will become 80. तो आप थोड़ा ध्यान दो. In 2 hours, there's a decrease of 10. In 4 hours, there's a decrease of 20. मेरे को यहाँ पे कम करना है 100 का गैप. देखो 5 hours ये हो जाएगा 90, 6 hours ये हो जाएगा 70. Please observe. If you want to continue in this manner, we can do this. Otherwise मुझे दिख रहा है when the hour is even. देखो ये कौन सा hour है? ये 2 का थर्ड मल्टीपल है. तो कितना गैप कम हुआ है? फ्रॉम 100 गैप कितना कम हुआ है? द गैप हैज डिक्रीज्ड बाय 30. मुझे गैप को जीरो करना. आई वांट द गैप टू बिकम जीरो. तो मुझे लगेगा 2 into 10 hours, मुझे लगेगा 20 hours. Every second hour the gap decreases by 10 overall. Think over this. Let me know solution समझा क्या? If not, I will try some other strategy. I will try some other approach. Solution समझा क्या आपको? Did you understand? Did you keep up with the solution? Chalo, moving on. No doubts have been presented. Try. The distance from A to B is 60 kilometers. Parth and Narayan start from A at the same time, move towards B. Parth takes 4 hours more than Narayan to reach B. Moreover, Parth reaches midpoint of A and B 2 hours before Narayan reaches B. The speed of Parth in kilometer per hour is. Pay attention how the question has been framed. Distance is known. We know कौन पहले पहुंचेगा, how much before. Then another hint is given, midpoint पहुंचना है. Parth takes what? Parth takes 4 hours more. 4 hours more than Narayan to reach B. So let me start this. Parth and Narayan start from A at the same time, move towards B. Parth takes 4 hours more than Narayan. So if I say speed of Narayan is n, 60 upon speed of Narayan, 60 upon speed of Parth. Parth takes 4 hours more. So this plus 4 is equal to this. What I have written is distance upon speed is equal to time. Please observe. Moreover, Parth reaches the midpoint of A and B 2 hours before Narayan reaches B. So Narayan will reach B in this much time. But Parth is not reaching B. Parth is reaching midpoint. Midpoint will be 30 kilometers. Follow the language. 2 hours before Narayan reaches B. This is the time Narayan will take to reach B. B is 60 kilometers away. And Parth will take 2 hours less to reach the midpoint. Now, solving two equations, you need to find the value for P. P is the speed of Parth. You want to replace options and check, तो आपको n का value check करना पड़ेगा. Or else you observe, if I subtract these two equations, देखो, तो this and this will be cancelled. ये हो जाएगा 6. 4 minus minus 2 is 6. Right side में क्या हो जाएगा? 60 upon P minus 30 upon P, which is basically what? 30 upon P. So 6 is equal to 30 upon P. Cancelled, cancel 5. Very straightforward, very simple. वो मिड पॉइंट वाला खेल था यहाँ पे. Second scenario, Parth is not completing the whole journey. Parth is reaching the midpoint of the journey in 2 hours less as compared to Narayan completing the whole journey. Moving on. Points A and B are 150 kilometers apart. Car 1 and car 2 travel from A to B. But car 2 starts from A when car 1 is already 20 kilometers away. Each car travels at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour for 50 kilometers, at 50 kilometers per hour for next 50 kilometers, and 25 kilometers per hour for the last 50 kilometers. The distance in kilometers between car 2 and B when car 1 reaches B is. You are looking at a CAT question, recent CAT question, maybe 2018, 2019. Not one word has been changed. Try करो बनाओ. देखो how do they complicate the question? The total distance is 150. But do you see after 50 kilometers, the speed changes? The speed changes after every 50 kilometers. तो थोड़ा थोड़ा कैलकुलेशन ज्यादा हो जाता है. Break down the question into smaller parts. Draw the line, draw the number line, and start calculating. First thing that you and I need to do is we need to observe the distance between A and B is 150 kilometers. Both cars are starting from A, but the time of starting is different. But car 2 starts from A when car 1 is already 20 kilometers away. We'll come back to this. So I'm plotting some other points. I'm plotting point C and point D. What is the gap? 50 kilometers, 50 kilometers, and 50 kilometers. क्यों किया ऐसा? Why did we do this? Because the question says 50 kilometer count करे गिनना. Now when car 2 starts, car 1 already किधर है? 20 kilometers आगे. Now do you understand this? If 100 kmph का speed दोनों का है, can I say the gap of 20 kilometers will be maintained? अभी देखो फिर से अब when the speed changes to 50 kilometers, जब ये कार 1 इधर आ जाएगा, कार 2 पीछे रहेगा. अब ये ट्रैवल कर रहा है at what speed? 25 kmph. 25 kmph. When car 2 arrives here, वो भी 25 kmph पे ट्रैवल करेगा. तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है, व्हेन कार टू अराइव्स, कार वन आगे निकल चुका होगा। कितना आगे निकल चुका होगा? लिसन टू द लैंग्वेज। ये जो 20 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल किया, ये जो 20 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल किया, एट व्हाट स्पीड? 100 का स्पीड। तो डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? 1/5 hours, 1/5 hours, this car leaves a 1/5 hours in advance. तो जब ये कार यहां पहुंचेगा तो 1/5 hours पहले पहुंचेगा। 1/5 hours, that means when car 2 is here, when car 2 is here, car 1 आगे होगा 1/5 hours। कितना स्पीड है? 50 kmph। 50 kmph 1/5 hours। लिसन टू द लैंग्वेज। 50 kmph 1/5 hours, मतलब कि ये 10 किलोमीटर्स आगे होगा। Now they are both traveling at a speed of 50 kmph, 50 kmph। That means जब कार वन यहाँ पे होगा, कार वन कार टू पीछे होगा, कितना किलोमीटर? 10 किलोमीटर्स। So when car two arrives here, कार वन कितना आगे होगा? 1/5 hours। 1/5 hours कौन सी स्पीड पे? 1/5 hours 25 के स्पीड पे। I'll explain this complete again, don't worry। That is 5 kilometers। इनके बीच में 5 किलोमीटर्स का गैप है, तो ये मेंटेन होगा बिकॉज दे आर बोथ ट्रैवलिंग एट द सेम स्पीड। व्हेन कार वन रीचेज हियर, ये कितना पीछे होगा? 5 किलोमीटर्स। अभी ये मैंने कैसे बनाया? फॉर यू, हाउ डिड आई सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन? आई सॉल्व्ड इट स्टेप बाय स्टेप। कार टू कब पहुंचेगा, कितना टाइम लगेगा, हाउ मच इज C1 ahead, then when will car 2 reach? So take your time, copy everything. I will show you a shortcut for this. This question in exam will usually take 2 minutes. If you understand the trick. अब क्या ट्रिक है? What was I talking about? Listen to the language carefully. Because both cars are maintaining same speed on a particular distance, 50 kilometers, 50 kilometers, 50 kilometers. Both car 1 and car 2 have the same speed. What is the speed? 100 kmph. What is the speed here? 50 kmph. What is the speed here? 25 kmph. Speed same है। Now कार 2 थोड़ा लेट चालू करा, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट कार 1 आगे निकल गया। सम टाइम मस्ट हैव टेकन दिस, क्योंकि सबका स्पीड सेम है। जब कार 1 यहां पहुंचेगा तो दूसरा कार उतना ही मिनट पीछे होगा। व्हेन कार 2 रीचेज हियर, ये उतना ही मिनट आगे होगा। सो द क्वेश्चन इज नॉट अबाउट डिस्टेंस, क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट टाइम। ये जो 20 किलोमीटर ट्रेवल करके आगे आ गई कार, हाउ मच टाइम वुड इट हैव टेकन? it would have taken 1/5 hours. तो दोनों के बीच में, because speed is always maintained constant, there will always be a gap of 1/5 hours. So 1/5 hours कितना होता है 25 किलोमीटर के हिसाब से? It is 5 kilometers. You see, आपका भी आंसर वही आया. I am also getting the same answer with a new approach, but I don't have to solve everything now. मेरे को नहीं पता करना कब यहाँ पर कार 1 पहुंची, कब यहाँ कार 2 पहुंची. I don't care. Initially, there is a gap between them in terms of time. Time is 1/5 hours. It will always remain there between them. ये हमेशा रहेगा इन दोनों के बीच में. It will always remain between them as the time gap 1/5 hours. तो 1/5 hours में how much distance can be traveled? That is the question. This is the CAT question from 2018, 2019. CAT question. Try this. Let us complete these two questions for today, because starting a new topic on races will not be fruitful, क्योंकि theory आज होगी, questions कल होंगे. We will struggle with that. कल ही करेंगे theory and examples. Let us complete these two questions today. Praveen takes 90 minutes to reach Mahesh's house. Praveen leaves his house for Mahesh's house with his dog. The speed of the dog is thrice that of Praveen. The dog reaches Mahesh's house and comes back to meet Praveen and again runs towards Mahesh's house and returns to Praveen and so on. When will the dog meet Praveen for the third time? The question is when. When means time. When will the dog meet? So you can answer it as 20 minutes they'll meet, 30 minutes they will meet, 62 minutes they will meet, and so on, so on. Give it a try. Here you need to pay attention to how the question is framed. Praveen takes 90 minutes to reach Mahesh's house. I do not know their speed. I do not know the distance. Let us imagine this is where we have a house of Mahesh, and this is where Praveen is. So according to the speed of Praveen, it is 90 minutes away. Praveen leaves his house for Mahesh's house with his dog. So Praveen has a dog as well. They live together. Speed of the dog is thrice that of Praveen. Thrice that of Praveen. The dog reaches Mahesh's house and meets Praveen and again runs towards Mahesh's house and returns to Praveen and so on. So dogs keeps on running like in this manner. Dog goes to Mahesh's house, comes back and meets Praveen, and then again dog goes forward and comes back, again meets Praveen. So in this manner, the question is when will the dog meet Praveen for the third time? This is first meeting, this is second meeting. When will the dog meet Praveen for the third time? The question is when, not where. क्योंकि distance पता ही नहीं हमें. So one beautiful thing we know is the speed ratio is 1/3. अगर प्रवीण का speed 1 है, the dog has a speed of 3. Now I want you to learn this part. In last lecture also I have covered. See, this is, let us say, a straight line. This is a straight line. Let us say there is a person X, there is a person Y. X is the faster one. X तेज भागता है. X will go forward, will come back and meet the slower one. Y को meet करेगा. So do you see when I count these lines, कितने lines बन गए? ये एक line बन गया, one complete line. This is one complete line. और ये आप देखो, these two combined are one complete line. तो total distance 2D travel हो गया. Whenever somebody has to turn back, faster वाले को आगे जाके वापस आना है मिलने के लिए, तो total distance always 2D. Here, the speed ratio is 1/3. Please understand, please observe, 1/3. So it appears to be total distance 4. How do you convert 4 into 2D? You multiply 1/2D, 1/2D. What I am trying to tell you here is, क्योंकि speed का ratio is 1/3. ध्यान से देखो, observe. This person will travel 1 unit distance. The other person will travel 3 units. देखो, this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, and this is 1 unit. Can I say this proves they will meet at the midpoint? Forget the 90 minutes part. आप अभी time पे मत जाओ. Don't worry about the time. Can I say in this case right now, that dog and Praveen will meet at the midpoint. अगर वो लोग midpoint पे मिलेंगे, can I say, because I am focusing on Praveen has traveled for how many minutes? Please observe. Midpoint पे मिलेंगे, so half of the time. So Praveen has traveled 45 minutes. तो अगर पहले मीटिंग में टाइम आधा लग गया, कैन आई से सेम थिंग विल प्ले. यहां से लेके व्हेन द पर्सन गोज फॉरवर्ड, तो ये डॉग जो है ये वापस मिड पॉइंट पे आके मिलेगा. तो नाउ द डॉग विल मीट एट 45/2 विच इज 22.5 मिनट्स. फिर कितना बच गया? 22.5. फिर डॉग विल डू व्हाट? विल गो एंड मीट एट मिड पॉइंट. तो 22.5 का हाफ आ जाएगा फिर से. So your answer would be, after how much time will they meet for the third time? 45 plus 22.5 plus 11.25. they will meet at they will meet for the third time at a time of 78.75 minutes. This is called a pattern based question. This is called a pattern based question. बार बार हाफ क्यों हो रहा है? Because that is how speeds have been arranged. That is how speeds have been arranged. कंफर्म करो ये समझा कि आपको. Did you understand this? Good. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Praveen's house is 900 meters away from Mahesh's house. Praveen leaves his house for Mahesh's house with his dog. The speed of dog is thrice that of Praveen. Dog reaches Mahesh's house, meets Praveen, and then runs towards Mahesh's house and turns back to Praveen, and so on. How much distance has been traveled by the dog towards Praveen by the time Praveen reaches Mahesh's house? So if you look at this solution, if you learn something from this solution, you can answer this question in under 2 minutes. 2 minutes से कम टाइम में आपका ये आंसर आ जाएगा if you learn something from this. देखो ऑब्जर्व करो. To find out the time required to meet, हमने already distance भी निकाल दिया. Look at the distance. So now try. Take 2 minutes, give me an answer. See, in the last question here, because it says the speed of the dog is thrice of Praveen, we have proven this, that if the total distance is 900 meters, Praveen will be able to come to midpoint. The dog, please observe, the dog would have to go forward, and then turn back. Praveen will travel 1 unit of length and dog will travel 3 units of length. So do you observe what is the question? How much distance has the dog traveled by the time Praveen reaches Mahesh's house? Can I say the distance traveled by Praveen forward and the dog backward is same? The dog is traveling 1 unit, the Praveen person is also traveling 1 unit. Look at this. So this distance and this distance, the distance by dog towards Praveen is same. This tells me by the time Praveen reaches here, the dog will also have traveled 900 meters towards Praveen. See, right now, what is the distance traveled? Right now, it is 450 meters, 450 meters. So next time, please observe, when Praveen starts from here, Praveen will travel midway. What will dog do? Dog will go forward, and come back. This is the distance Praveen has traveled forward. This is the distance dog has traveled backward. They are both equal. तो फिर 450 by 2 आ जाएगा ना. फिर आएगा by 2 by 2 by 2. It is called an infinite series. But don't worry. Once I prove that distance traveled by Praveen forward and distance traveled by the dog backward is same, Praveen has to go to Mahesh's house. So dog and Praveen will travel 900 meters towards each other. Dog is traveling 900 meters towards Praveen. This is a cat level question. So observe how these questions are created. How do we use ratios to fit these calculations? Abhi kal we will start with theory of races. Linear races, circular races between two people, between three people, number of meeting points, and so on, so on. So we'll pick up with races. We'll pick up from races tomorrow. Theory of races. What have we covered in TSD so far? The formula that connects them, units of time speed distance, proportionality between time speed distance, speed average we have covered relative speed, we have covered traveling of trains. So far we have spent close to 7 hours on theory and examples of TST. Next lecture will be on circular races, linear races, starting from theory. So I'll see you tomorrow, 9 to 11 p.m. Time nikalo, whatever lectures you have missed, whatever content you have missed, keep on solving that. This PDF will be available in your login on your app. This whole PDF will be available once the class is over. This one. Done for today. So I'll see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Good night.